Want to keep up with the latest Camodo Gaming videos? Be sure to subscribe and click that bell. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Cities Skylines, and yes folks, we are back once again, and I do want to apologize for there being such a delay between the first episode and here, episode 2, but I was just trying to make sure this was going to be maybe something that we could do more of on the channel, and there was actually quite a bit of support, so we're going to continue this series. Now, we are in the middle of building a city. Let me go ahead and go over the parts real quick. So this is the main highway where you have a kind of a roundabout. I think the roundabout needs to be connected to actually be called a roundabout. We'll call it a U-turn here. This is where they exit off and get into the city. Now, you see I started the highway. I'm actually going to take the highway under the city and connect it over to this one here. Maybe this episode, I could probably basically afford it now. So we've got that. We've got our industrial area over here, which I have a vision for this area, and it's not industrial, but that's going to take a while to get to that vision because I pictured there being a lot of nice homes here. In this kind of like little canal area. So we've got that. We've got our little commercial area here called Manor Park. And then we have our residential zones, which are pretty tightly packed along the shoreline. But I'm really trying to change it up when it comes to maybe the neighborhoods behind the shore. So we'll have some unique designs here that you can see from both of these. So anyways, we're going to continue the city here today. I've got some more major plans. Hopefully that will get done here. If you guys have any suggestions for the city, comment below. And we need a name for the city. So the highest voted name from this episode in the comment section will be chosen, and we will name it next episode. So be sure to comment below for that, and maybe hit that thumbs up button while you're down there. Alright, so we have a pretty heavy industrial demand. I want to add more of this, but I'm always hesitant to do it because eventually I just want to go green. But right now I want to see some green, so we need to make some money. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bulldoze this train tracks. I do think eventually we will use these, but I don't want this to be like a cargo train line, at least not here. I'd like this to actually be like a passenger area at some point for this whole tourism island. Okay, boys, we are ready to open the floodgates here. Let's go ahead and let's run these roads down. I'm using 2 ways for these right now, which I think is going to be okay. I don't think I'm going to make this much busier than it already is. So let's go ahead and check our water. Let's run these out here too. So yeah, I was actually pretty surprised by the reception to the City Skylines series. I know I'm no professional city sky... do we call him a skyliner? I don't know what we're supposed to call him. But yeah, I'm not any sort of professional YouTuber that plays this all the time. There's some really good channels that do this game. But I'm pretty glad that you guys actually enjoy this. Looks like we got some abandoned stuff here. Let's go ahead and do a little sweep of that. I do also need to maybe start installing mods. I'm trying to keep this somewhat vanilla because once you get too many mods, it always seems to cause problems. So I'm trying to avoid some of them, but I think we're going to have to add some here very soon. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, so they're adding more to the industrial park. Oh, look at the poor grass. It's all dying. Oh, boy. Am I going to have to counter with electricity here, or are we good? No, we're actually holding up really well. We have 2 power plants right now, but we also have these little wind turbines out in the water, and I eventually just want to use these. I want to get rid of the power plants. So we'll have to add some more of those here shortly. I could add those now, or I could really complete this highway project. Man, what would it cost to actually complete this thing? I don't even know if there's much of a purpose for it right now, to be honest with you, but... and so if I were to run this, and we were to do... Let's see, where's our exits here? We'd have to do one big turn about right here. Holy man, it needs to go deeper. Okay, so that's the highway going deeper there. And then we can run out... we'll run out this way, and we'll do a turn here. I needed to exit somewhere right in this area, so let's go ahead and run it about like this. That is $40,000 just to do this one. Okay, we're gonna have to do these one at a time here because I cannot afford to do both at the same. Alright, so let's connect this here. There we go. Alright, so one connection is in. It's not the straightest thing. There's like a little kink in it. So we've got that running this way, and then I can always finally put maybe some sort of exit over here. My goal is really just to connect this highway. That way, once we go up to these islands up here, we'll have a for sure highway through the whole thing. Alright, so that's one of them done. We'll have to wait to do the other one, but pretty satisfied with what we have so far. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start to add more to this neighborhood back here. So I've been just kind of doing these little streets that branch off. I'm going to try to do some more curves here. I do not want to tightly pack this neighborhood because I have plans for it. I mean, they are on the back side. They have a pretty awesome view. And I picture this being a luxurious neighborhood at some point. So I need to go ahead and just continue to do what I'm doing here. So I like to do these little branch offs here. And then we'll kind of cut the streets up. So we'll probably do one probably here. And then we'll expand this out here. And then maybe we'll do a couple curves here at the end. Let's make sure we have water run out to these. Okay, let's go run these out here. So eventually we are also going to get around to doing a lot more with the actual expansions themselves. Because I have pretty much everything. So there's going to be some pretty cool stuff we'll be able to do here in the future. But I just want to go ahead and continue to build these neighborhoods out and try to pack as many people in here as possible. Alright, so what we're doing next, we're going to go ahead and buy the end of this island real quick. Man, it still bugs me. I have like one little corner here that I don't have, but we can start to expand down this way. So I picture this end being like really, really cool. We'll probably have like a cruise ship area here, and I think I'll focus a lot on the tourism over here. Now, I do want to have like a big city section, and I think probably this midsection would be good for that. Or maybe we'll have to do it down, maybe on this side since we have the highway. I'm not really sure yet, but I do want to start to add that. Alright, so we have pretty much demand for everything right now. So we're going to pack in. I'm not going to do dense residential yet because I don't want to overwhelm my utilities. So I'm going to go ahead and build another neighborhood right in here. And then we'll debate what we're going to do after that. Okay, so we're putting together another neighborhood here. I think we're going to have a park in this one. So all it is, it's like a big round. I wouldn't even say it's a round neighborhood. It's not even a square. It's kind of oddly angled to kind of go with the slants of the other streets. And then we have two inner streets here that you can U-turn in. So we'll have the end of the neighborhood there. And then I think we're going to stick a big park here in the middle of it. So I think that's actually pretty cool. So I've already got water out to here. So we're ready to go ahead. Let's go ahead and start to let them build here. I don't want them near that center road, and I'll show you guys what I mean here in a second. I think we're going to keep them kind of enclosed here. I don't want anybody branching off of this road. This road is a main road. This is how a lot of people get to town, into the commercial district and into the industrial district. So I don't want to overload this road, so we're going to keep this thing blank here. So we'll let them build a neighborhood over here to the side, which I think that'll be pretty good. So I kind of like that design. We'll have to keep working. I got to get used to designing roads and neighborhoods again. So we're going to do that, and then I think I'm going to continue the zone I have going here, kind of keeping it even with this road here with the beachfront properties. So that'll open up another bit of opportunity for them to build. Alright, that should really probably settle the demand for the neighborhood stuff here, because we got more beachfront property. And then, of course, you got the neighborhood up here. I kind of want to do something special with this neighborhood. Maybe we could try to force some sort of maybe mansions and stuff in here. So I'm going to experiment here. So I'm going to grab a new zone here, and we're going to eat this neighborhood here. There we go. So maybe we'll put like a gate or something here. This will be like a gated community. I need to build their park in here, but I think we could do some pretty cool policies with this area and see if we can maybe force some higher class, maybe greenhouses or something. Okay, so policies for this little area. We're going to do a smoking ban in this area. Recycling, parks and rec. Let's go down to, what else can I do? Recycle plastic, preferred parks. We'll give them free Wi-Fi here. Let's see, taxation. I don't think we're going to do anything with that. City planning. I think we might be able to do the high-tech housing here for them. All right, so we're going to give that a little bit of time to bake here. And then let's go ahead and stick in... We could stick in a park or something here. Maybe we should add some trails to the inner part of this. Let me see. All right, so as far as parks in here, we're going to go ahead and stick like a dog park. Now, I want to use this center spot here. Actually, let me go ahead and stick the dog park down. We want to stick it towards the entrance here. Let's go over here. There we go. All right, so what I want to do, I eventually want to have a park in here. I need to unlock some of the park life stuff before I do that. So eventually, I think I want to turn this whole center part into some sort of park. I have to see what it takes to unlock all that stuff. I should about have it unlocked, to be honest with you. So yeah, pretty happy with that right now. Alright, so we need more commercial. Ooh, this is where it's going to get tricky, because I got to figure out where the commercial is going to be able to expand to. I've got a couple more little zones here that I can get them to, like on this outer road, but we are about to run out of space here for them. So eventually we're going to need to open up another commercial zone, which I think it's going to be further down here potentially. Alright, so we are ready for connection number 2 when it comes to the highways here. So I'm going to go ahead and start to do that. And we're going to run these bad boys. Hold on, let's run it underground. I want to try to get these two things even here. There we go. All right, so we got those. So I'm going to turn this. I might as well do this while I have the money. And then we'll get this highway situation taken care of. All right, connect that there. Man, how did those tunnels become a little bit off? Like, look at that. They're off by, like, one little point here. I was hoping to get those even. It's not bad, though. So we do have the underground connection. So now highway traffic, especially once it starts to really flow through here, can completely bypass this town and exit off over here. I almost think we need an additional exit here. Or we could put... Oh, what are we going to do with this? I think we need maybe something either here, which I don't want to spill them off into the neighborhoods. I could have them exit off to this main road if we wanted to start to send traffic down this way. Which, by the way, I need to get these a little bit more even on this side. But for the most part, we've got the connection in, which I'm pretty happy about. All right, so we are ready for our next neighborhood here. So we're going to build one more here, and then this whole side of the island is going to be converted to probably tourism, maybe some office space. I'm debating on what I'm going to do because there's going to be a huge influx of traffic. If I allow anything dense on this side of the island, I need to figure out a connection here. Or what we could do, I could also make a break off of the highway that's underground and maybe eventually let the highway come up again over here, and then it'll feed this part of the island, which that might be the most logical thing to do. I can start the dense areas right now, but it's eventually going to get to a point where traffic's going to be trying to get back through here, and I don't want to fill this neighborhood up with traffic because right now it's flowing really nice, and I don't want to screw that up. So, all right, let's go ahead and start to build another neighborhood right off of this little area here. All right, so what we're going to do with this neighborhood, we're going to start off with a one-way, and it's going to actually go up, we'll say to about right here. So that's the entrance to the neighborhood. I need to exit real quick. I think we're going to need a slight curve in this to make it match the road on that side. So let's bring it out to maybe about right here. And then we'll go with the straight road here, and we'll drag it back to this section. We'll go about right there. So that's the entrance and the exit to the neighborhood. That doesn't create too many additional intersections on that main road, I don't believe. All right, let's go ahead and dig into this one. All right, so actually I cut this neighborhood short a little bit. I think I had that extended out way too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put a two-way that's going to go up this direction. That way they can turn around. And then off of that, we're going to go ahead and start to branch houses. So we're going to send them back this way. But this should limit the flow of traffic back and forth. I think these are all going to need to be kind of curved a little bit. Something like this here. And then we'll do this on these little peg lines real quick. Okay, let's get one more little branch here. All right, so we have that. So that's going to almost stack up those houses, but they should be able to get in and out. And then you have the main entrance here. And then maybe from the back side, we can do something with the neighborhood. So maybe we'll add a curve back here or something. And then we'll put some more houses out this way. I'm going to go ahead and just do this for now. And then we'll start the back half of this neighborhood here soon. All right, let's go and run water out to them. Yeah, there's a big demand for residential right now. From this, I think we'll be able to start to maybe make some sort of college. I won't be able to do the custom one yet, but we'll go ahead and probably put the pre-built one in. And then we'll work from there. Okay, there's all of that. That's good to go. I'm pretty sure they're going to need some sort of electricity right now. Let's give them a little temporary line here. Let's go boom. And there we go. All right, so they're going to start to build that neighborhood there. I think this is going to be an extension of Holly Hills. So we're going to go ahead and give them the same like high-tech housing and stuff like that. There we go. Just put that in there, and then we'll send that out that way. We'll clean all that up here in a second. There we go. All right, look at that. There's so much demand right now. So another thing we're going to go ahead and do. Elementary, we have a demand for it. University, I need to go ahead and put one of these in. Oh, that's going to wind up blowing up half of a good chunk of commercial on the backside of this, but will this even fit? It's really odd. All right, so we have a university. I need to figure out where to stick it. We're going to see here. Maybe we could stick it towards the newer neighborhoods. I kind of wanted to keep all the education stuff together. If I move these over like that, can we fit a university in the middle of this? Yes, we can. And it fits perfect right in the middle. There we go. There we go, boys. University time. This is going to really help the town. Then eventually we're going to build our own like little custom college campus somewheres. I think we are to the point we need to do something with this demand for commercial. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to keep a one-way going this direction here. And eventually, I think I'm going to just turn it into a boulevard or something. That way they can turn around. I need to be able to link them back into this area, which I've got to figure out how I exactly want to do that. So we'll go something like that. And then this is going to turn into, I don't think I need a 6-lane. I mean, a 6-lane probably actually would be ideal for this, wouldn't it? What if we were to do something like this here? All right, so that would lead into the big city. Now, they don't have a way out of this. I mean, they can turn around, but they don't have a way back into this area. And that's where I need to debate how I want to do this. Because if I want to link them back, I want to keep them off the residential roads right now. So I need to link them into... Man, this is going to be a little challenging here. I got to figure out a way to avoid the residential areas. Ideally, they would get back on this road right here, but how do I get this road out to here is the question. I could run it underground and under everybody's house, but even then, that's a little tricky to do. Kind of got myself in a little bit of a bind at the moment. You know, we could run that around. Let's see. I'm going to figure this out here. All right, so somehow I can actually do this road that I was wanting to do. So we have a road that is completely underground. It comes back up here. And this is really, I would say, more temporary because eventually I want to run just a major highway out to there. But this actually connects this main area back, and it spits them out on this main road, which I'm okay with that. Is there a dead body in the park? Can we address that? Is that it there? No, that's a dog. Okay, that's a little strange. We'll have to check. We might need to go ahead and start on crematoriums, which I never really know. What is the appropriate place to place those? You don't place it in a neighborhood because it's letting up a big dust cloud, and so that's kind of gross. I don't know. All right, so I don't know if we're ready for high-density commercial. I really want to try out offices. Since we have the college and stuff now, I feel like that maybe we could get away with doing that. I'm debating on what type of road I want to do, though. I'd like to do another one-way to try to keep diverting people, because this is really going to be the start of the city itself, or at least a part of it. But I'm trying to debate on what kind of roads we want to go with. You know, if we keep them, I think we can do the 2 lanes if we keep them in a one-way direction. So, say if I were to go something like, I don't know, something like this here. And then we'll continue this big road along this, and we'll loop it back into itself is what I'm thinking we're going to do here. Which I think that's actually going to work out fairly decent. Alright, so we got our one-way connected there. Let's go ahead and connect some streets up. I'm going to leave a tiny gap in between them. These will be one-ways heading this way. So something like, let's do something like that to begin with. And then we can try our luck here and see if, are we ready for offices? Maybe some high-density residential out here somewheres. I don't know if our infrastructure is ready for it, but you know what? I think we should go ahead and do a bit of testing here. So we'll say offices along this area right here. And let's see if these are sustainable. Also, I need to think about garbage and all that other stuff here. And I think maybe on this road right here, I'm going to stick a recycling center. That way it'll be ready to go, and they can get out there immediately to this area and start to pick up their garbage, because that's going to be like one of the first things that starts to pile up. And then I think maybe also, if I can afford it, I can't afford it yet, we'll probably put a crematorium over here too. But we'll see if we get anything to bite over in this area. We might have to put some high-density residential in here too to see if we can get them to bite on that. Let's go ahead and stick that over here too. So people will be close to their jobs. It's like literally the next street. Of course they would build over there. Yeah, you're not going to have electricity. You know, it'd been ideal if you would have built way over here. Let's give them a temporary connection, and then we'll delete that here in a second. Oh, man, look at the high-density residential popping in. That was, like, really, really quick. Oh, dear. All right, so we have that. I want some commercial, but I think I'll stick it more towards the end here. There's a demand right now. I could stick it along the shoreline here. Let's give them another connection. Right. Okay, hold on. Almost there. I'm going to wait for them to connect this little grid here before I delete this power line and give them a commercial on the outside. Okay, let's try that high-density commercial here along the shoreline. Something like that. There we go. So we'll kind of make a little economy over here. You got commercial, your residential, and your office zones. So nobody should have to travel too far over in this section. All right, so of course we need to add some parks. Eventually we'll need a bus line over here too. Potentially we'll work into a subway line. And then I'd like to have a really nice like city park around here somewheres. There we go, add that. I think we're ready to go ahead and put that crematorium in too, because dead bodies are gonna start to pile up and it's gonna be a mess. Actually, that's a one-way. I need to move that recycling center. Yeah, because they're not allowed to go down this. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of an issue. You know, I think I changed my mind. I think I want the recycling literally to be routed into here because they seem to still be ignoring the whole fact that they're heading back towards the other side of the city. So I need them to literally travel through here in order for this to work right. So we're moving the recycling center and the crematorium once again. So we're going to move these two over to here, and you are going to be over to here. So they go directly through the city now, which should be okay. I know you guys aren't the happiest with seeing a recycling center right here, but it's necessary for the time being. All right, infrastructure's holding up pretty decent at the moment. We're going to open up another high-density residential zone right here. That should build up real quick. And then we're going to need to add to, okay, we need more water pumping. So we're going to add one of those right over in here. If I can just connect it right on, that'd be nice. Like that. And then we need to dump a little more sewage. Ooh, we got a water treatment plant. You know what? Maybe we should go ahead and put that in. All right, let's connect that in there. There we go. All right, so water's good. Electricity's probably going to start to be stressed here soon. We'll go and stick another one of these little wind turbines right here. There we go. All right. Looking good so far. We need to go ahead and get them a little medical clinic and stuff like that. I think we're going to add this, probably add it on this end here. So we'll have a little clinic here. There we go. And probably need a fire department and police department once we can afford those. We're already building a big city now. This is a thing. All right, so I think some of the last things we should do real quick. Let's go ahead and give them a police station. I can afford it now, so let's go police in this area. And then the town needs its own little fire station. We're gonna go with the small ones for now, but I'll eventually add the bigger ones here. But pretty happy with this area, and I feel like this area is gonna be able to sustain itself right now. Look at that! You can see all the office buildings popping up. Ooh, the high-density residential. They're starting to get some really cool-looking buildings. We'll do more with this probably next episode. What the heck? Are we gonna ignore the fact there's a forest fire back here? Oh yeah, they just charred this whole area back here. All right. Also, it seems like we're having a little bit of issue with trash. I see garbage trucks on this road. Okay, they're starting to fix it right now. Yeah, this is it's not good. I did not know this was on fire. That's a big char mark. Okay, we might have to upgrade our fire. You know, I'd like to have a fire helicopter. That would probably help with this. Oh boy, that was a big fire. I didn't even notice it at all. But anyways, as you can see, this is basically what we built here today. We built Holly Hills. We started on the big city over here. We connected the highways up. Made sure our infrastructure is running good. I do want to go ahead and try to get rid of this little sewage area next episode. I want to build onto the big city, make this really cool looking here. And then eventually we'll have to add a connection because we're going to get a pretty decent influx of traffic here. So we'll have to add another connection to the highway. Somehow. We'll have to see. It's probably going to be underground, but for the most part, pretty happy with our progress so far. Thank you guys for all the love and support on this series. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we will see you guys next time in City Skylines.